All right. Well, welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and we are live on May 26th, 2021. Yeah, the year of ufology. This is the year. This year's better than any year. And we're not even, are we? Barely halfway through. It's an amazing time to be alive in ufology. I'm very excited to be here. Hey, guess what? It's hump day. Yeah, we passed right by it like it was on the downhill slope the whole time. We knew Wednesday was coming. We looked it in the eye, and it is Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday. I got to make sure they all run together. So tonight's going to be interesting and fun and maybe controversial, which we always like here. And I have Alien Girl Uno waiting for me in the green room. We are going to talk about, well, just about everything. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fresh. And then, you know what they say, without further ado. Nobody should ever say that again. No more further ados. How many times are people going to say, without further ado, welcome, Johnny English, And then they come out and they act like they didn't hear it. Everybody knows without further ado is coming up next. We need to switch this narrative. No more further ados. That's why I really never say it. Have you ever noticed? So without further ado. Alien Girl 111, welcome to Goof On.
Hi, Rich. Thanks so much for inviting me. Hey, everybody in the chat. So excited to see you guys, from the video screen, I guess.
Isn't this great how this works? Technology is phenomenal. Anybody who has YouTube who wants to check us out can watch us live. Why would they? Because we're talking about UFOs?
I think UFOs are I think it's a huge topic right now. I think there's tons of room for more content creators. It's very exciting.
YouTube's incredible. So how's the weather where you're at?
Well, I checked the weather this morning because when I StreamYarded in last time, that was the first question you asked me. So this morning I checked the weather and it's a high of 95 today in Albuquerque.
That's the greatest answer I've ever seen. Ever heard. You actually remembered that I asked. I can't believe you remembered. I am super impressed and we're not even 2 minutes in. Thank you.
Keep going. You're impressed.
You're too kind. I know before we were sitting around before the show started and we were talking and you're like, the title, you said and then I read my title for the show and well, don't you think that number one, there's not enough women in this field. So I can't imagine how that must feel for a woman to be in a field full of men, 85% to 15. That's the average. That's what it is in my analytics. And that's what it is on everybody's here. Do you find that, that it's odd? Or because that would be like me going into, and I don't want to sound sexist, but like women's sports or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you feel the awkwardness?
It's a struggle.
Really? Why?
I think because it's I like a struggle, but it is a struggle in some ways because women don't want to be, I don't know how to express it. There's a lot of men.
Please
it's
try.
just like IT, right? Like it's just like the IT, like 90% of men who work in IT, that's like men. 90% of people who work in IT.
is?
Well, there's a lot of men. There used to be, or let's just say so, right? Well, my sister, okay, not any details, but she works, you know, in the tech industry, and she is one out of 10.
Wow.
She's one woman out of 10 in like these, you know, these tech companies.
I gotcha.
So yeah. And so yeah, I think it's interesting for sure. And I think, you know, I get a little bit of that from her. Just yeah, go for it. I don't see why not. Plus,
do you feel like every single guy's trying to hit on you?
No, not at all.
Get out of here.
I've gotten nothing but respect. I've never had you know, I get emails from people who are just super nice.
I think it's because you bring that persona, like you're no nonsense type of style, I think. And even if you don't bring that on the channel, it's something I sense that you wouldn't be someone you'd want to mess with.
Exactly. No, they know not to email me. Like I will, I will. Like if they want to be mean.
Okay, yeah.
But not really. Yeah, it's just I do speak my mind. And if I think someone's being, you know, wrong, or it's mean and it's like at an intense degree, you know, I respond.
In this field, because it is such a male, you know, 75, 85% to 15, who do you look up to as far as women in the field? Do you have anybody that you followed recently or that thought, wow, I'd like to be her in 20 years or 10? Who?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course I do.
But of course.
Linda Moulton Howe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's cool. She's my secret crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool that way with her beret,
she's really
green
cool.
beret.
Yeah.
She's got
and then that picture of her in front of Egypt.
Yeah.
She's got like, she's super cute and she's wearing like these cute little... But in terms of being a woman, like I've made so many cool friends because there aren't that many women. So we're all kind of like banding together and I'm meeting a lot of chicks and we're talking about UFOs and we're having a lot of fun because usually when we go on these shows, the boys just drown us out. I don't know what it is. We all sit there like, is it our turn? And then they're like, but it was a giant triangle, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, and then Harry's like, blah, yeah, it was grainy. And then we're like writing notes. Watch some of the girls. They like write things down waiting for people to stop talking.
Oh.
You notice? Well,
no, I do too.
No, well, yeah, and that's polite. Right?
But that's what I think is better about women in this field because they really take every note and they don't want to mess up. And I don't know if it's because they want to prove to the men that, you know, they're not weak or whatever. And I know that sounds sexist, but I can imagine in this field, you would want to have a voice that they would respect. So I think anyway, even in ghost hunting and other fields, I find women have more detail in their work. I don't know. Are you a detailed person or are you just like fly by the seat of your pants type of gal?
I think both, a little bit of both.
That's the best.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely detailed into things. Like I get really into things. I get really obsessed with things like Twitter and then like YouTubing, you have to get into it. You like the lights, you like learning how to use StreamYard, you like learning about Twitter algorithms. Like these are things I'm interested in. So I go after them. So yeah, but in general, throughout the course of my day, I just laugh in the face of stress. And you never know where you're going to go. So I just try to ride this magic carpet ride,
What is it?
Right?
No, really?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
So you like Linda Moulton Howe. And what about the guy? Who's the guy that, or maybe you want to pick two men? I don't know, because there's more of them. But do you have any guy that you would respect more than anybody in the field that's, seen on mainstream media maybe? Or just media? In the field. Well, no. I don't know. I'm trying to think of higher ups.
Cousins Brothers, number one.
Oh, yeah. I
wore my third Phase of Mood shirt. I sincerely think they're number one, and I have to defend myself all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Third Phase is number one. Boo. Yeah. So I said it to everybody in the chat. I try to keep it to myself, you guys, but I sincerely feel that third phase is number one. And if we want to throw it down and talk about it, we can respectfully go through some information about it for sure. But there's a lot of things to back up that in terms of that. And I feel the same way about Linda Moulton Howe. I feel like Linda Moulton Howe backs things up with facts. There's just like, I don't know. It's fine. Like it's like this other thing.
It really is an interesting answer because you didn't say J. Allen Hynek. You didn't say Greer.
I don't know. It's like I just want to talk about the Cousins brothers. I don't know.
No, you gotta
I'm wearing
be
the
honest.
shirt. I'm excited. You're on team third phase. What were you supposed to say when you were like, so do you look up to like one person? And then you said, or two people. And I'm like, well, the twins.
Yeah, that's a great answer. No.
I mean, if we're going to go back to one, I will go back and choose one if this is necessary.
I would like you to go back to choose one.
Incorrect, Amy. Okay. One person who I look up to, oh gosh, in the field. Okay. Yes, Stanton Friedman.
Oh, that's a nice answer. Okay.
I passed.
Yeah. Well,
cool.
Yeah.
Working on
I'd
it.
say that was a pass. It was a good.
Okay.
That was obvious, but it was good. But it's a good answer. No. It's a good answer. Who else would you compare to Stanton Friedman? Other than maybe J. Allen Hynek and, well, not too many others. I like J. Allen Hynek. He's my favorite of all time, but because the guy went in it as a skeptic and came out a believer.
Right.
And I think I'm getting that way.
Fife Smithington, the governor of Phoenix.
Fife Symington?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you just said.
Are you being serious with me? Or are you just picking on me because you know how I feel about that guy?
Oh, I know how you feel about Phoenix Lights, but why can't we just throw it all down? I don't mind.
Symington.
Yeah. What about him? You don't like him?
The guy is a bold-faced liar. He didn't see the Phoenix Lights.
You don't think he saw it?
I know he didn't see it. We've caught him in
know?
Because, well, first of all, I lived there and I know the time sequence of everything that happened, the way it happened. He said he came home from work around 8:30. And he heard on the news about these lights that were traversing over Phoenix, which started about 8:05. So he gets home, sits down, turns on the TV, and hears about this about 8:30. There wasn't anything on the news until 9:30. That's the first thing, because there was a sighting at 10 o'clock, but people were talking about 9:30, and then 10 they did an update on it. So I know he lied, and he told Bill Burns of UFO Magazine and that TV show, UFO Hunters, a different story. And Bill Burns said to me, because I was on his show, and he goes, Rich, I can't believe you're telling me this. We thought the same thing about him. He told us a lie. We walked away out of there saying this guy's bullshitting us. Unbelievable. We knew it. He gave two different accounts, and there's no way Fife Symington got in his car at 8:35, drove to where people were saying they saw the UFO, because it's an 8-minute drive. That thing was in and out of there in 5 minutes. So he said, we went to the park. We were milling around down there. There were people, and they said, look over there. And I looked over there, and there it was. Total body language fail. Everything about that story's fail. Fife Symington is a fraud. He just wanted to make a name back for himself in the community because he pulled that stupid trick on all of us. And when he put the guy out on stage or in front of the news conference wearing an alien costume.
He made us
you
mad.
Guys are taking this too seriously.
He made us mad. Oh, he made us mad. You're right. I was mad about that. I still am mad about that.
Symington.
You bring up a lot of good points.
I bring up great points.
I think one thing I gathered from your story and what I'm hearing about him is it sounds like he really can't keep track of time. Maybe
No,
he's
he did. He's
really
the
bad
worst.
at
He was a good
time.
mayor, though.
Maybe he's one of those guys that's like, I don't know. Like last time you asked the weather,
Governor.
I was like, I don't know, Rich. Like it's 60 degrees here. You know, like some people just don't really pay attention to some things. Maybe he's just someone who doesn't pay attention to time.
Come on, the guy was sitting in that office getting phone calls every day. At 8:05, I saw it. 8:06, I saw it. 8:07, I saw it. Come on, he knows exactly what time, where, and when. He's trying to get back into the good graces, and by golly, I didn't buy it. And I did 4 hours on that guy just to explain what I told you in 2 minutes. I was so mad.
Things are shaking out strangely.
Go ahead. They're
no,
shaping
no.
up. Shaping up.
No.
strangely?
Continue. Finish your thought.
I really can't. Oh, I was going to say that was your second choice for somebody to look up to, but I think you were just pulling my leg on that one. So things are shaping up, you were saying?
Yeah, things will not shaping up.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know if we should leave the big conversation. Let's talk trivial stuff, I guess, first. I'm thinking hardball. Let me write down this question.
All right.
All right.
You
Those
write
are the
that
big
down.
ones. I did. I can't talk about it right now, but definitely, something to work up to.
I love it.
Okay. I think you know what it is too.
I've got notes too, but I take notes. I've got literally 200 of these. I've got 200 notebooks, all the shows I've done over the year. 200.
It helps, right?
Yeah, I go back and I look at some questions I liked, and I'll be, oh, that's a good one. That was back in 2007. I'll use that question. I kind of love having this big library of stuff. So I didn't ask you the same question everybody asks you. What did you do to get into this field?
Oh gosh, I know.
How did you get sucked in? No, but I am curious though.
I think it's the greatest question for humanity, personally.
How did you get sucked into this crazy world we live in? This paranormal world?
This paranormal, sucked into paranormal world or UFO world?
It's all the same. How did you get? Okay, are you strictly about UFOs, or do you think about the ghosts and talk about spirits?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the answer to the afterlife lies within more understanding of extraterrestrials, right?
Maybe not. It could just all be everything that we're hearing about could be the angels, the gods, and all that stuff. Jesus could have been an alien. Walked on water, changed water to wine, came back to life. Jesus. Yeah, it sounds like, they reprogrammed this thing to come back to life. I don't know, but why did you get into this field?
Why did I get into this field? I feel like it was
experience.
No, I honestly live in New Mexico, and it wasn't out of the ordinary in my elementary school for like a kid to have an alien head shirt. Like sometimes I have a cute little pin. I almost wear it tonight. That's like a little dancing alien. Me and my mom went to the International UFO Alien Museum when I was 11. And I bought this cute little pin that she gave me when I started the show. And she was like, I'm so proud of you. She was like, you got to wear this.
So your parents were in that? Your mom was into this and into aliens and UFOs?
We believe in Jesus, like I'm trying to go to church more. Like I'm a normal person, but I think everybody has reason to like fit what they need to into whatever boxes they need. Right. I don't know.
But your mom took you to the UFO.
But it's normal here. That's the thing. Like that's
right. It's not normal everywhere else.
It's normal in New Mexico. There's a lot of people who are experiencers. There's so many stories. Everybody knows about the aliens. Like it's just known here. I don't know how to explain it.
That culture is that vibrant where you live? That's crazy.
But it's not like everybody's this hippie like talking to aliens. People refuse to admit it.
See what you said right there? Hippie, and you've said that twice, once before the show and once now. Why are you putting them together, hippies and aliens, a lot?
Because hippies and aliens have a big connection. Right, Rich?
Well,
There's a connection between hippies and aliens.
Okay, maybe,
opinion
man.
or fact, there is a connection between hippies and aliens, big time, dude.
And also non-hippies.
Hippies love aliens. No, but there's like hippie aliens. Like there are people who are all about the UAP, UFO. They only want to talk about what it looked like, what the craft was. Was that really what a craft was? Oh, I don't know. Oh gosh. Oh Jesus, it's so mixed freaking out. Like, you know. And then there's like, you know, oh, I'm a hippie. I'm doing CE5. I'm like connecting. I'm talking to them. I'm having like a 5D experience. Hippie aliens. Yeah. It's
like,
different.
Smoke weed hippie or just
okay,
hippie?
Listen up. I got a good story for you. I have a friend who lives in Crestone, Colorado.
All right.
Crestone, Colorado. I've never been to a more hippie city.
Never heard of it.
I went 10 years ago. Yeah. So only like, it's like literally all these people who want to live, like my friend was living in a yurt. They'd go to like the city center, like the little village center, barefoot and like trade food and stuff in this hippie village, right? It was a hippie, straight up hippie village, man. Like I was like, where am I? Like we was so like, oh man. So this is a very interesting area. There's 7 Buddhist monasteries. There's Buddhist retreats, right?
Oh wow!
All sorts of spiritual centers. Believe it or not. This is where Stephen Greer goes for CE5.
Okay.
Hippie aliens.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hippie aliens, yeah.
How do you know? Did he say he goes there? Is that where he said he goes?
Well, I remember the first time I went up to Crestone, me and my friend were just hanging out and she was talking because she's like I don't know how to explain it. It's a deep embedded hippie culture. I don't know if you know anybody who lives off grid or they kind of just go wild into that night, or they send you a letter and the address to return says hiking. Like there's no address they actually live at, you know, like there's people like that in the world who do live that way, you know.
I would dig it.
Yeah, they're cool. They're amazing people. Yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that, but some hippies, you know, out there.
Okay. So serious hippies, area 503. Thank you. He says he has a question for you for $5.03. Thanks, by the way, for the super chat. Did you grow up in New Mexico? Do you remember the Schiff report and GAO investigation into Roswell? The Schiff reports and that I know of.
You know, not specifically. I'm sure if I knew what it was like abbreviated for. But I know a lot about Roswell, as we were like, you know, just talking about with Rich. I feel like I've been schooled on it since I was a child, you know, going to the museum at age 11. So I'm sure if I looked into it specifically, I'm going to, you know, Google it real quick.
So do
the
you
Schiff report? The Schiff report.
You want to look it up? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But
I know when I look it up, I'll know. Sorry, guys. It's kind of a letdown. Why doesn't she know what the Schiff report is?
Here it is. Do. Yep. Did you get it?
No. Just tell me what it is. What did you get, Rich? Sure? Yeah, no, tell me. You're going to find it faster than I can.
I don't want to say the wrong thing off the top of my head, but I thought I had it, and then I clicked trying to do something else. Here we go. Let's see.
But I did grow up in, that was the first question. I did grow up in New Mexico, and it's total alien country out here, you guys, like straight up. Like, it's so cool. And so starting a channel was just natural because I was thinking, you know, I'm walking around Albuquerque all the time, and then you come across something like literally there's alien stuff everywhere. You'll just be hanging out and somebody will have like drawn a little alien over there, or I don't know how to explain it. There's little aliens all throughout New Mexico. So it's kind of fun if you're Twitter, you know, I try every time I find something cool, an alien, I go and I try to post it on Twitter just because there is so much here. There's like all sorts of tourism that I think New Mexico could benefit from too, because we really do have some of the best cultural like alien UFO sort of like spots, like places to visit, you know?
To get history and stuff, and just to
Yeah,
take a
well,
look at
yeah,
stuff. That's cool.
yeah. You know, you've got the Dulce base.
Yeah.
You've got obviously Roswell. You've got the Trinity site, which the new Jacques Vallée book came out this month. So that's the Trinity site in New Mexico. And I just feel like all over. And also even on the border of Colorado, which is interesting because, right, that's where Crestone is. That's where Stephen Greer is, right? That's where my hippie friend
That's
is
right.
with extraterrestrials. And so there's the UFO watchtowers right down the street from Crestone. The UFO watchtowers. It's this tourist site, right? So
Yeah.
the down here, there's a lot of energies. I can't believe you left the Southwest, Rich.
I
How
hated
could you leave the
Arizona
vortex and Sedona?
because Florida has it too. And that's not why, but I mean, if it didn't, I wouldn't have probably come here. But Florida has just as much to offer as far as UFOs go as Arizona.
That's true.
It's crazy. It's because we get the best of both worlds. We get, the Bermuda Triangle area, which I am going to go out in the middle of eventually. And then we got the Gulf, where the Gulf breeze sightings happen. So it's going to be interesting. The sky is incredibly clear out here when there's no clouds, like more than any other place I've seen except for up north in the 9,000 feet in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's like that where I live. It's unbelievably clear. I don't live in the city. I live outside the city, so it's really cool. I found that GAO investigative report and the Schiff thing. So it says where television's unsolved mysteries had tried and failed, the General Accounting Office is unafraid to venture. At the request of Representative Stephen H. Schiff,
Steve
Congress's
Schiff, yeah.
investigative branch has launched a study to determine whether the government covered up a story alleging that the bodies of alien space voyagers were removed from a crash flying saucer found near Roswell in 1947. So
yeah, he goes, there's a post office named after him too.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I noticed you're really friendly with the Twitter people over there, and you've been on a guest on a lot of really big shows, and it's really strange. I just can't see eye to eye with those people, and they immediately attack me, even if I'm nice. I mean, it's like I'll kill you. It's like you can't talk to these people.
Rich, yours is the biggest show I've ever been on.
No,
because 5K. That's the biggest one I've ever been on.
No, you're on some big names then.
No.
Maybe that's what I was looking at.
Oh, the big, yeah.
You were.
Not really though. But I'm on the biggest show I've ever been on.
Okay, I stand corrected. And that's good. I will accept that defeat.
All right.
I don't know how, because I've seen these people before, and well, maybe I'm seeing something that's not there, but you are on panels. I saw you on a panel with a couple of I think Lou Elizondo.
I was on a panel with Richard Dolan and Jimmy Church, and it was totally...
Oh, Jimmy Church. That's who
it was. A total fluke. Like there was that was not planned. There was not supposed to be AlienGirl111 right by Richard Dolan and Jimmy Church. That wasn't supposed to happen. In fact, Richard Dolan wasn't even supposed to be on the show. When I streamed in, Jimmy Church was calling Richard Dolan to tell him to come on the stream. We didn't even know that Richard Dolan was going to show up. And then bam, there's Richard Dolan. And I was like, what is this? This is crazy. And I thought to myself, man, what's going on? The UFO world's like exploding.
It really is. There's a lot of like Lou Elizondo is going on podcasts that barely have 1,000 subscribers. So I would even be. I know what he's doing. I mean, we kind of know, don't we?
I can't.
Because of what happened when he was with TTSA, they did not tell him that smaller channels. They only told Lou about the mainstream media that wanted to talk to him. They didn't tell him about all the people wanted to talk to him. So he's making up for that now that he left TTSA. True story.
I don't know. I mean,
Hey, I heard it from a source.
I think that I think
True.
there's just a lot of stuff going on with them right now. And I had a really interesting day where I usually, like, I don't get too political. I keep a lot of things to myself when it comes to my politics, but when it comes to ufology, I tend to just I flipped out today. I flipped out today.
So, what do you mean? You got an argument with somebody
I was walking
about
down
UFOs.
I was walking down the street, minding my own business, and it's somebody who knows me.
Okay.
And you know what? I told them before. I'm looking right at them. I told them before. I laid out the evidence. You guys know I'm not all. I mean, I'm quirky and I'm weird and I'm silly, but I know what I'm talking about. I do. I know what I'm talking about. I know.
Okay.
I know. Crazy thought, right? Okay. So I'm walking down the street and I told this guy I knew what I was talking about. All right. Before all this went down. And he comes by and he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I have to talk to this person. And then I said, so you hear the UFOs are real? You know what he says back? Person who has always discredited me. Said I was crazy. I'm insane for thinking aliens are real. You know what he said back? He said, we always knew there were UFOs. So I lost it.
Wait.
I know it's silly and it's small, and Twitter made me feel better. I love you guys. Thank you for calming me down. They gave me lots of advice, and they're like, Amy, be more peace and love. You shouldn't let this bother you, because I know I'm going to have to come across it again. And so I just I know that sounds dumb. People know it's like lighting a firecracker with me. You shouldn't do that. Like, not when you know. Anyway, sorry. Okay, but this is a place to talk about it.
It is.
That's the other reason I started the show, man. Like, it's actually that technology's gotten so easy. I was like, well, everybody in my life, I just they don't want to hear it, and all I want to do is talk about it.
When you say you know your stuff.
I don't. Wait, what are you saying? Are we doing a pop quiz? You pop quizzing me? I don't know my stuff.
Not at all.
Pop
Why would
quiz,
I do
go.
that?
I don't know.
What crash happened in 1980 about 2 days before Christmas? Go. Starts with an R, ends with a 4.
Oh, Rendlesham?
Yeah.
Okay.
See? You know your stuff.
I just need the hints. I just need the phone a friend.
We should do that one day.
Yeah.
But people cheat. You can't. People cheat.
They do.
I tried doing a pop quiz type of thing, and I was like, oh, what was it was a question on myself from 10 years ago, and they typed it in Google, and of course it came up, and I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, they could use Google. Cheaters.
I know, they could just use Google. But I wasn't going to use Google. There are honest people in the world, which is what this conversation's really about.
There are? Mm-hmm. So who do you believe then? I'm going to ask you. Greer or Elizondo?
So I'm really trying to create a platform that's balanced and easy, and I don't want anybody to think I'm too biased, right? Like I'm having so much fun with my little Twitter polls. Like, I started doing them. I was only getting like 20, and now sometimes I'll do a poll and I'll get like 200 or 250. Wow. And I love you guys, and I don't want that to stop. I have so much fun with these polls with you guys. I love them. I have so much fun. So, it's hard for me to because I actually see both sides. And people just get so intense about which one or the other they feel. And then, I go have a conversation with someone today who basically tried to tell me that the only reason he researched it, he told me he researched it. He told me I didn't give him enough evidence beforehand. Let's repeat that. He told me AlienGirl111 didn't give him enough evidence. Okay. Before all this went down. So why would I wasn't a smart enough woman to give him the information he needed to understand disclosure.
How dare you?
Exactly. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, then why didn't you bring up any of these, this stuff before? Why didn't you bring up any of this research when I was talking with you about it? He's like, well, I did all this research in a smoke-induced haze back in college. And I was like, okay, so now you're saying that anybody who is into it is a drug addict? And he's like, oh, it was awful.
Why can't we just say that they're both right and wrong? Aren't they? Because we can't prove either side.
Oh, for Lou and Greer?
Yes.
Oh, you're taking it back to the big hardball question. You already got us here, man.
No,
that's my hardball list here on my tablet or my.
Yeah, no, you answered the question. I'm just throwing it up there like, why can't they both be right and wrong?
Well, and I think that's what's really upsetting. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with Third Phase of Moon saying, hey guys, like, I'll come on the show. Let's talk about it. Like, why not? Right?
Because they have something to hide, I think.
I don't think they do. I think everybody thinks they're right. And
but we can't talk about it. That's the thing. Lou's going on these channels where nobody watches. Why doesn't he go on one of the bigger channels? He's already on mainstream media where millions of people see him. So why not go on Third Phase of Moon and talk to Greer?
What I'm seeing right now is there's all these people who have taken an interest into UFOs who aren't the people who've been doing it for 20 years. Like everybody in the chat, you and me, Rich, all of our friends who are into it, like they haven't been following this for 20 years. And now they've taken on this new activity and they're going to go figure out ufology and they're going to, it's going to be the best thing ever. And, what they end up doing is now they're trying to discredit the original gangsters, which makes me mad. Like, don't talk about Knapp. Like, don't talk about all these people who've just worked so freaking hard. Like but dude, everybody. And I know everybody has different opinions and all this stuff and everybody fights. It's UFO world. Everybody fights. It's the normal thing, guys. We're like, we love to just get at each other. No,
it hasn't changed since I've been in it. It's been this way the whole time.
Right. And, there's just a lot of things that we could just all get along and come to some solutions. And our biggest obstacle is not each other. Our biggest obstacle is pulling humanity up to understand what's actually going on right now without them laughing about it or thinking that this is just some trivial stuff. Like, this is about us teaching people how to accept this truth. You already see the denial in people. They can't handle UFOs are real. You've got New York Times best-selling authors who have Twitter followings of 300,000 people saying UFOs aren't real. And then it's like, dude, you're a writer and you don't know that President Obama and all these people just said this. You're going to sit here and say that UFOs aren't real. It's a fact that the government has confirmed that UFOs are real. Aliens have not.
They've already said it. Yeah.
Aliens have not been confirmed, but it's just the sheer loss in their eyes. They're having trouble, you guys. All of us here talking right now, there's, you're talking about 15%, 85% women. Guess what? It's 15% of us are super into this topic and want the truth and want to push for it. And 85% of the rest of the general public doesn't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
they just want to hear something cool. That's it. They're not into it. They don't care. That's why they don't care about us. That's why they're talking to the general population all the time now to teach them about this threat that really isn't aliens.
And that was the other thing I told this guy.
What? That it's not aliens?
I told him a ton of stuff. It was wild. Yeah, I was like, well, because I was mad at him because he discredited me. And I just, I walked away and then I walked back and I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? No, you discredited me and you did not know. You discredited me and you discounted me and you told me I was wrong and you ridiculed me and you made fun of me. And then I said, so I've got friends who are abductees. Are you going to ridicule them when they come forward and tell you their traumatic stories? Is that funny to you?
What was he doing though? How was he replying?
Okay, I just saw myself. I just see how crazy I am, man.
No, it's not.
This is why it's best unleashed in text, like with letters in a chat or a tweet.
I know, but it's not crazy because you're having a conversation with somebody who's, knows about aliens too.
Right.
So now if you were to just walk up to a stranger and say it at a context, yeah, that's crazy. So how was this person acting when you were confronting this person like that?
Oh, they're the smartest person in the world. I've always been so dumb.
So that's what they were saying. They're like, you're so stupid.
Well, I think the shot at I was studying this when I was smoking marijuana when I was in college was him trying to maybe say, oh, Amy, you're a crazy pothead and blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't know my life, dude. Who are you? You know what I mean? First of all. And then second of all, I don't know where we're going with that. Well, yeah, he's a lemming, man. Fall off the cliff. You like don't use your critical reasoning skills, like just don't. Why? And it's just ridiculous, dude.
And who cares about smoking pot? Everybody in the field does it. I would bet my life Corbell was high when he did that interview. So
yeah, it's a totally
in my opinion.
In my opinion as well, it's legal in New Mexico.
Yeah.
It's legal throughout the majority of the country. Some people just kind of live in the past. Some people think evolution isn't real. Some people think the earth is flat. These are all different thoughts and different opinions. And it's really amazing how deep people can go with some of this stuff. Like flat earth blows my mind.
Oh, I know. And
the theory blows my mind. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it's so
that
weird.
Thought, I want to talk about that. Tractor Basil, thank you for the $25 super chat. He says, I got a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell. Very nice.
You gotta make shirts of all your cute sayings. You need to make shirts.
That is what's his name? The actor who says that when he was on Saturday Night Live. We need more cowbell.
No. And Will Ferrell grabs the cowbell. Yeah. Christopher Walken.
Walken. That's it.
Yeah.
I got a fever. And
that's funny.
The only prescription.
See, no, I got it. I think a lot of people get that reference. You know what I mean? But you throw up a couple of the cool things that you always say, like, "Hey, everybody." Throw it on a shirt.
Oh, yeah, I know. I always say that this should be on a t-shirt or a bumper sticker. Thank you, Tractor Basil, for the $25. Super generoso. Very cool. Yeah, that's right. Super chat, PayPal, Cash App. You can see all the links in the description. You can see them at the top of the YouTube page or channel I got over there. So help us stay full-time over here because, I've got 8 kids to feed.
Yeah.
And that's no joke. They were all asleep for the first time since they were born. It's amazing. Goodness. Yeah, it's a good time. I think the lullaby you sang them really worked before the show.
It was pretty wild before we went on, you guys. Those kids, they ridiculous. Just tear him apart. They just love him so much.
Yeah, I still have a bite mark on the back. I'll show you guys later. I don't know why we did. Oh, that's amazing.
I snorted. That was funny. Yes, I'm going to go to my next note. Paper.
Okay, let's go to your note. What do you got?
I just flipped to a completely blank piece of paper. I don't have anything. I meant let's turn the page to a new topic.
To a new discussion.
We were talking about all sorts of things. We were talking about
but you never answered my original question.
With Lou versus Greer?
No, 20 minutes before that. Why did you get into this field? You said your mom took you to whatever at 11, but you never said why you got into it.
Okay, I've always been into it, man.
Oh, so that was the answer. Okay, very good answer. I guess you've always been into. Okay, so then now I want to know.
It's hard to pinpoint. It's like a history. Do you want me to write you a history book? You know what I mean?
Yes. I want to know why you're talking about it on YouTube. Why do you feel this
I got a history. Compulsion, yeah. So it is compulsion.
It is for me.
But it is for me too. It's making me my better self though. So that's good. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I do believe it's helping me become my better self. So beginning from the beginning, I'm like, okay. I think I'm young and then my parents are watching Alien Abduction, Fact or Fiction, that Autopsy movie.
Oh yeah.
Memory number one. And so it was like, what? And then I turned 13 and the Phoenix lights happened and that was all over the news. And that
97.
was like, what? And then at that time, my mom took me to the UFO Roswell Museum, and so I saw the aliens and I was 13. I think I was like 11 when I went. I was young,
Wow.
and she was like, this is what happened. Yeah, we think the government covered it up. Yeah, there might be aliens. Who knows? I mean, they thought they saw them. And
That's
I was like, wow,
unbelievable.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting.
That would leave an impression. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just got older and I really love exploring. There's a lot of facts that you can build up. And I even told this person today, like my belief system isn't built off of a belief system. I know I believe in aliens, but that's off of fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've built my belief system from opinions that I've generated from facts. Like that's what happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I just started taking in like all sorts of information. And I was just having a lot of fun. I got really into libraries. So I was a shelver, so I'd like shelve all day. So I got really into the books, like the UFO books, finding like Hitler's flying saucers, yada, yada, yada. Because there was a whole section in the library back in the day that was for the occult. It's the 001 section of the Dewey Decimal System. And so I always found myself checking out those books. I wanted to know everything in that little section. I wanted to know.
So now you're learning, you're probably 20 something years old.
Oh yeah.
And did you ever, you don't have to say, but you ever get married or have any children you're passing this on to right now? Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
My daughter.
Okay. And are you instilling the same belief?
No, yes and no. I mean, I don't think the topic needs to be forced. There's so many facts. I'm going to teach my daughter the difference between fact and opinion. We're raising her Christian. Like I said, I go to church. We try to teach her all of the rules and, the 10 Commandments and all of these things that I think are important. My ancestors have prayed to help them. And, all the people who've helped me get to where I'm at, I'm not going to mess with a ritual that, my culture's been doing for generations.
Yeah.
That's one of those things about life, right? That's kind of one of the mysterious components. And so, I'll just show her the facts and, teach her how to think for herself.
I mean, you do have a third phase of moon shirt on.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Well, can she read yet?
Yeah. She watches Third Phase of Moon.
Oh, wow. So she's in it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's seen it. Well, especially the volcano.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah, so I've show her that all the time.
Best on the planet at that time.
Seriously, and then so I'll show her. It's so wild, because when Brent gets super close, I was like, "Look, Leela, that dude is right by."
I mean, the ground is mushy. They said it feels like a sponge. How do you know it's not going to give way and fall into a cauldron underneath? Oh, they were so brave. That's crazy stuff. Thank you, Mr. Catfish.
I'm open about it, and I'm open about life. I'm a normal person. This is a normal topic. I don't need, it's not a big deal.
I like
it's not going to affect people's, people already believe, they're going to wake up. They're going to do the same thing. It's all good, you guys. So
I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah. And so I want her to have an understanding of her religion and her culture, and she'll know the difference, man. Because I'll teach her.
Martin says, teeny tic-tac toddlers. That is unbelievably funny. Teeny tic-tac toddlers. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Dietrich did that. What's her name? The Dietrich lady who's on 60
Alex
Minutes.
Dietrich?
She had the funniest little tweet with her daughter. Her daughter was going to school, and she was like, "Look what I'm giving her," and it was Tic Tacs.
Aw. I liked Alex came across. She came across very cool, that lady.
Yes, she did.
I believe her.
I definitely believe her.
I believe Fravor. They saw that Tic Tac.
Oh, Fravor, yeah, totally.
Yeah, Fravor's the bomb. I totally like that guy for some reason. He just doesn't seem like a Lou. I mean, I don't hate Lou, but Lou, I think we're seeing too much of. I think that's why I'm soured on Lou. I think there's too much. If I didn't see so much, it would be different, I think. I wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah.
But it's the same people over and over.
He's a wild card to me. I think I put some stuff together though. I don't know. But Greer's really not on. So because I was telling you, like, I want to try to stay as unbiased as I can. But
Yeah.
and I also want to list the facts. I just think there's a lot of talk about like what my opinion is and like what everybody's opinion is, and it gets a little intense. But what I'm really interested in is everyone else's opinion. Like I sincerely am. I base my own opinion off of the opinion of everybody else in some ways.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
all do the same thing.
Yes. So I did these Twitter polls that were turned out pretty good. And the first one was, like, who do you believe, Lou or Greer? And it got 260 votes. Oh, no, that's not what it said. That's so biased. Let me read what it said, because wasn't. I made it sound super formal, didn't I?
You didn't.
One
you
of
did.
yeah, it's not that formal. Where did it go?
What?
Oh. Okay. Good morning, UFO Twitter. How you feeling about Greer these days? 22% of people said he knows what's up.
I saw that, right.
And 78% of people said crazy man.
Crazy.
And then that was 260 votes.
Yeah, wow.
I was like, whoa, because I don't know, like I'm on the fence. So that's surprising to me. And sometimes when I do the little polls and I see how people respond, I kind of I'm always surprised, right? Like, because I get so into the way that I'm thinking, because I'm definitely like, I didn't know when I did this poll. I was like, I don't know. And then but also UFO Twitter is its own demographic. They're their own type of people. There's a certain type of people in a certain type of world. You know what I mean? They're not everybody in the ufology community.
No, I know.
They're just on Twitter, and it's become a lot. Yeah.
But that's where Lou is, and Mellon, and all the others that believe what they believe. In Twitter's pretty big. So, it's weird. That's why I have a hard time on Twitter every time I put a comment down, they tell me to shut up or go away, or you're an idiot. Nobody's listening to you, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, that's funny. You're not listening to me, but yet you just quoted me yesterday, what I said on my show. So,
right.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
You're aware of Martin Willis, right? Podcast
No.
UFO? No.
I
could have sworn I seen you in that chat room over there.
I'm sure. Maybe I did. I mean, like, I'm in every chat room. Me and Renee.
I know.
By the way, I am Renee. No.
Renee's a man, though.
I know.
Yeah, but nobody else knows that.
Well, now I know.
Oh, wow.
Renee?
What happened?
You scared me. I thought that was Renee. You're like, Eddie, here's Renee.
That would be, actually, it might
Friends
be.
finally meet.
I want you to hear what this guy, he's a smart guy, but he's so smart. He's stupid. He's one of those guys. And here's what I think he says, some negative stuff. Watch.
Show that I think, should be called out. And one of them is Dr. Stephen Greer. And he's looking for attention right now. So doing so, he is saying that Louis Elizondo is.
He can't even say Luis. It's Louis. Am I wrong on that? I thought he was Hispanic. It's Louis. Everybody calls him Luis. He's always said Louis.
Louis.
And there was another word that he couldn't get right, and he kept saying it wrong. And it was I can't remember. Somebody will remember. But this guy always says some, like, how does he know Greer is doing this just for attention? Did he talk to him? No, that's not what Greer's doing. He might be, but I don't see that. I don't see what's wrong with what Greer did, because nobody challenged the other side yet. If I did it, nobody would care. I've been doing it for 2 years.
There's nothing wrong with what he did.
Me and Third Phase been saying it for 2 years, and other people.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll drop it back a few seconds, because this guy thinks he's the cat's pajamas.
And Chris Mellon and all that, they're all in on it. And Sheehan, the lawyer, I believe.
Sheehan. It's Sheehan, you freaking idiot.
I don't remember that.
Sorry,
it
Amy.
right now.
Oh no, it's okay.
You
I'm
know,
just
he
listening.
did wonderful work. Dr. Stephen Greer did wonderful work in the beginning. He was the disclosure guy, the first one that was actually talking about disclosure. And I think there may be a little jealousy out there with him.
All right, I can't. I'm about to get mad and throw the computer out the window. Seriously. Jealousy?
It's just a low blow.
That's not even a low blow. That's high school debate tactics right there.
Well, exactly. It's something to just totally stop the conversation. Let's not talk about it because and so this is the problem. This is definitely a problem.
Yeah, it is. He gets
Greer
a lot of
has
people.
some beautiful diamonds of truth that he has found mining for all those years. People might have to say one way or another, but you watch the 2 documentaries he made, there's so much truth to them.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Stephen Greer's documentaries.
Yeah.
I like them.
I love them. I think they're great.
Yeah,
they're some of the best you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And they're probably the most popular that are out there.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about it today. There was like no UFO documentary like it until it came out. Does that make sense? It was kind of this, I don't know how to explain it.
Like
it was a big deal.
The very last one that he put out, Close Encounter or whatever.
Unacknowledged.
Unacknowledged was really
unacknowledged.
Good.
Yeah. That was
like
really good. And I think there's a lot of truth in that documentary, you know?
And
yeah.
And what he said in Countdown to Disclosure was pretty amazing. Third Phase of Moon's documentary.
He's sure given Brent and Blake all of the info, right? Like it's kind of insane, all the stuff going on right now with him.
And the weird thing is, Sheehan, the lawyer for Lou Elizondo, is also the lawyer for Greer. So when I don't know if you saw my show yesterday when I had
I did, I did.
And I was playing clips from Jimmy Church talking to Sheehan, and it was just amazing what that guy said. And it seems like Lou has messed up a little bit and is saying the wrong thing. That he really did say to Sheehan, and Greer heard about it, I think, was that these are not aliens. That's the threat. But Lou is now doing the opposite of what he told Sheehan. That's the problem that Greer has. Is that he's saying a threat. There may be, but it's not aliens. It's us. But I say there's no proof. There's no proof either way. Do you know of anything? Did you see any proof that says those are a threat from aliens? No, I didn't see any bodies flying them.
No, I follow my intuition.
Yeah.
And my intuition says they are not a threat.
But the military has to think that way. They have to.
Maybe they know that. Maybe we all just kind of know they're not a threat to us. They do the abductions, and there's some questionable activity there for sure. But for the most part, they're not blowing up our cities, right? Like,
no, but that's the problem. By calling them aliens, you take it off of China and Russia. You know why? Because we know it's ours. So we're going to say it's aliens, knowing that we know it's not China and Russia, to throw them off so they don't know we have this technology, that we back engineered this alien technology.
Right. I think that's definitely a possibility.
So they're going to have a fake alien invasion, and then we're going to ask China and Russia to help us to bind as one, and then we're going to get all their secrets too.
When does Stephen Greer think that this false flag alien invasion began?
He says it's happened. It's already happened with Roswell, or I don't know when he said it happened, but he says it's happening now. It started back when. I'm like, I never heard him say that until that moment when he was on Third Phase saying that. So I don't know what's going on, why he says that invasion already started.
Right. I was confused.
Yeah. Maybe he is too. Maybe he got caught in a lie, or caught going off his own script and couldn't stop himself from saying it.
I don't know. I just love what he did in 2001, and I love what he's done, and he's done such a good job. And
he did.
Yeah,
he's bringing, whether you like him or not, he does bring people together, and it's
he was the only voice, man. In 2001, there's no one in my life saying hey, Amy, I think the UFOs are real, and I think you're onto something with all these books you're reading. Nobody was there to say that. And somehow on some website somewhere, obviously, right? Of course, that AlienGirl111 found her way somewhere in 2001 on a computer somewhere. I found the live stream for the citizens hearing. And then shoot, man, I figured out how to hook that internet up and get that going. I watched that live in 2001 every hour.
Tem says here, and I want to thank everybody for the super chats. I tried to say it before, but Tem, thank you for the $5. Greer's been talking about active false flags for years. It's been deep in his videos, though. No, I know that, but I never heard him say it like he did the other day. That to me was just, yeah, it's in videos maybe, but he never said it like that.
Yeah,
thank you
like
for the $5.
When I watch his document, yeah, thank you. When I watch his documentaries, I always just kind of have, I don't know, this feeling that it was about to happen, you know, like I'd get a little freaked out and I'd be like, oh, shoot, like we better prepare for this. Where's the toilet paper? You know, like get the supplies together. The false flag alien invasion's about to happen. Be prepared, you know? And then the other day he was like, it's been happening forever. And I'm like, wait. Why'd I buy all this toilet paper then, Stephen Greer?
Well, yeah, I guess what he thinks is going to happen has already started the process maybe. And that when it's finally all said and done, you know, we're going to bomb someplace with a Tic Tac or this technology, and we're going to blame it on the aliens. That's the false flag. And then now we need help from China and Russia. Yeah, it's going to be weird if that happens. I don't think it's going to. That's just me.
I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah,
I think we can have good faith. And I think that's the best. A lot of the time when we just follow our first instinct, I think sometimes, not all the time, you guys, but it's good to follow your instinct, you know? And I don't think it'll happen either.
I don't think I can't say I know, but if it's
we don't know.
Right. But if it's supposed to be in that deck of cards, you know, for the plans for the one new world order and all that, I guess that is in the plans, but I'm not buying it unless this is the beginning stages of it all. And now they're throwing the threat out there. This is like a training course for everybody, Amy. What? That's what's going on. We're being trained.
No.
Why not? Why? Why can't they be right and Greer's wrong?
I see
you just don't know.
Well, they're going to have to tell us about the ET.
That's
soon.
It. They're going to just tell us.
They can't get around it. They can't be like, we made this. We're all going to be like, no, you didn't. If you made this, why haven't we been using this?
That's what they do.
What do you mean you have free energy? What do you mean that you could do all this amazing stuff and you didn't do this stuff? What do you mean?
Maybe this is how they get it out in the open, in the public, and they are able to now come forward with the technology. That would be nice. Yeah. Hey, we're going to stop using gas. We're going to stop using oil, and we're going to integrate this new technology. I would love that.
Yeah. And maybe let's be like, I don't know if it's ET. We just found it in the ocean. Look what we found in the ocean.
I know. It's some technology. It's 1 billion years old. That's the thing. If I want to know what Lazar saw, I would love to see what Bob Lazar saw. Those 9 discs, he said, or 9 ships.
I believe Bob Lazar. I
have a hard time.
I know.
I think he was just set up. I think the whole thing was fake. That he actually went to a place he thought was S4. I think he was given this, like it was a test on just some smart person to see what they would think. Maybe. I don't know. And maybe they did show him real technology, but couldn't tell him what it was just to see how he would react, because he went to go work on something that had previously exploded and killed 3 scientists months earlier. I don't understand. Why would they bring in this guy who's kind of a shady character in a way, a recluse?
He was a party animal.
Yeah, man. He was just living large. All of a sudden, hey, man, we got a job for you, huh? Me? What? What do you mean, me?
Pretty much.
I'm Bob Lazar. Poor guy. He went
So
through a
smart
lot.
though. So smart though.
Yeah, he's a smart
Smart
guy.
guy.
He's one of those guys he's so smart. He's smart. He's not stupid. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know, right? He's got that chemical lab. Like he knows something about chemistry. That's like how he makes his money. He makes like chemical stuff.
And what if
He
Knapp
sells
was
it.
in on it? What if Knapp was in on it to break the story and they gave him, who knows, tons of money? Break this story. You know what I mean? Say this is real. You know, you found this guy, Bob Lazar. We'll give you some breadcrumbs to verify. You know, we'll put his name in the phone book and, you know, and this and that. It's weird. The trail to Bob Lazar is all over the place. I don't know.
And people could have like evidence that's not real, but it makes it seem like more of an exciting story and mix it with the evidence that is real. You know what I mean? That happens a lot, I think.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's what they do when they put disinformation out there too. Richard Doty did it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange field we're in, Amy, but so you're 11 years old and then you go to 20 something and you're reading books, you said. Now, why did you get I didn't forget. And now what made you want to be a voice in this field? What do you think you're going to accomplish? No. Let me what do you want to accomplish?
Yeah, you know, it was funny because I was on Alien Addict and he asked me that and I was like, I'm making earrings because I made these earrings that are cool.
Oh, right on.
And I really wasn't thinking that it would be gaining this much steam. You know, I've done a lot of different things on the internet. YouTubing is a hobby for me. It always has been. Social media, all this stuff's just really incredibly interesting to me. And so once 2010 came out and you had YouTube, I think that's when it acquired by Google or something like that. I just was obsessed with YouTube. Like I was obsessed. I've had different stuff all the time. And this is the first idea that's ever felt this expansive. Like this is the first time it's ever felt like, wow, this voice is going somewhere, or wow, like people are really resonating with this. Cause you know, I have a crafting channel and like there's no crafting community with the passion that we all have.
I bet you it's 85% women.
There's no like live chat shenanigan insanity. None of that. It's there's not there. And so yeah, I mean, there's fun stuff. We have fun. We laugh, you know, we have fun. It's just like, and I have other girls on my show and we talk about crafting and stuff. It's just not the same intensity. Like the intensity of this is like, wow, like you got to be ready to run with it. And I always, like, you know, it is what it is. It happened. It's good. I feel like it's all just like, okay, just run with it, Amy. Just go with it, you know, have fun with it. And I keep promising myself to stop when it stops being fun, but it keeps getting more fun. Because now I'm on the Richard Giordano show.
Richard, yeah, that's me.
Did I say your last name wrong? Giordano.
No, you said it perfectly. It's like Giordano.
Because like this is cool being on your show. You just got it all down. And see, that's the thing. Oh, lighting, the computer. Like you know what you're doing, dude.
I see other people with their shows that you've been on. They got it together. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
They're all gonna go cry now. They're all gonna go cry.
No, Rich, you've been on some good shows.
Yeah, I have been on some. Oh, wow.
No, I'm joking. I have to.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a reputation over here.
I know.
Hey, what does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter yet today.
Hey, let me ask you something.
They're always talking about Rich Goof On, goofing around.
What do they care? Like, what do they care?
Who cares?
What do they care about me?
It's just Twitter.
They don't. Nobody talks about me over there. Nobody ever starts a conversation. Did you see what happened on Goof On today? Nobody's ever done that.
I mean, no. I see it.
Really? UFO Jesus did that? I never seen him do that. He's the big one.
Is he?
Isn't he?
I don't know.
Isn't he?
He's
one of the big talking.
I like his little tweet. I like him on Twitter. Yeah. I like his stuff. He's got some good stuff. Yeah, he's a smart guy for sure. for sure. Smart guy, brings up some good points. I like UFO Jesus. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of voices.
You're killing me.
I don't think his voice is the strongest.
Whose?
I don't think UFO Jesus has one of the strongest voices in the. I don't think.
Yeah,
he
that's
does.
what I mean. I do. I really think he does.
You really do?
It appears that way.
I don't know.
Who then? Who would be next?
I have a different opinion, obviously.
I'm glad. This is what I want.
Yeah,
So
I think Brent and Blake have a very authoritative opinion on this. Say what you want.
That's obvious. I know.
Yeah, sure, but not everybody sees it that way, man. Like they're they know what they're doing. Anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about.
I was talking about people who have a loud voice in the community. See, I'm talking about the Twitter people. Brent and Blake on Twitter people.
Oh, on Twitter. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we were in that thread of Twitter at that moment.
Yeah, his voice is insane.
Whose voice?
On Twitter. Post-disclosure world.
Okay.
So we both have the same thing. On YouTube, I'm like, I really don't go watch him too much on YouTube, but I always check out his Twitter things. He's always going wild, saying something insane. It's like, I could be, I don't know. I don't know. It's very sensational. And like everybody wants to respond to what he says because he takes such a strong stance. So like his account gets a lot of engagement because just like Mick West, right? If you want a good Twitter account, you want engagement. And so people who put out things where they're like, nope, I'm not, they're just like fight with other people where they and I like, I don't think Mick or UFO Jesus are like that at all. You know what I mean? But, it's just an interesting forum. It's an interesting forum. People want to engage with their content, which makes their content amazing. Mick West and UFO Jesus, they've got good points. They've got good things to say. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, but people like to engage with their content because they are ballsy with what they say. They say some ballsy things. They are fearless. They are fearless.
I'm going to play this clip for you. I want you to tell me what you think after it's over.
Okay.
Capiche?
Capiche.
Hey, it's a one Capiche interview. I did the same thing again. You know where I'm going with this?
Yes. Yeah.
You do?
No, I have
Jen
no idea.
Circle back Saki. Here we go.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's adorable. Oh, wait. Yep, just like I thought. Typical. Can't hear a thing she's saying, even though her lips are moving. Here we go. Let's try this again. That's right.
The Director of National Intelligence is, of course, actively working on that report.
Hey.
And we take reports of incursions into our airspace by any aircraft, identified or unidentified, very seriously and investigate each one. But Odie and I would be working on that report, and in terms of disclosure, that would be up to them.
I guess in all seriousness, though, can you characterize the president's concerns about this phenomenon? I mean, it is this concept of objects in U.S. airspace that are either origined from other nations or other entities. But what is the concern of the president that this phenomenon seems to occur in the national security apparatus?
Well, I think broadly speaking, the fact that we have a team that's actively working on a report, certainly the safety of our personnel, security of our operations, our airspace are of paramount concern, whether that is identified or unidentified aircraft. And we don't discuss that publicly for a range of reasons, but certainly the president supports the OD and I putting together a report and following through on that commitment.
So I guess according to the White House press secretary, our president really isn't allowed to speak about UFO.
Yeah, come on. Do you think he's not allowed, or they're not getting him close to that subject?
Whew. Yeah, it's just things are really shaking up and they're all starting to talk about it. And I think they know everything. I think they know everything that's going on. I think they know everything.
When you say they, who you mean?
Biden.
Really?
I think Biden knows. Obama knows for sure. Obama totally was like, all I know is that they're UFOs. I asked for the alien, couldn't get one. Lies. That's a lie.
I don't think they give them that information because they're only there for a couple of years. They're not lifers. if you do that and give the president some information that could be a security risk after they become president, how do you know the ex-president isn't going to go to Russia, China, and sell that information for $1 billion? I mean, people have done a lot for greed and money. I'll play the next clip. Watch what Biden does.
Okay.
I think they know exactly what's going on, but it continues to remain a phenomenon because
Come
that's
on, Blake.
how they want it. They want it to be a mystery.
I was already there, I
But
thought.
there's something else going on. And third phase moon,
Where is
we've
Blake?
got
Where
the
is he?
evidence showcasing that
Oh,
there
here.
is
I
a
went
phenomenon
too
happening.
far back.
Records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon. And he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you. Come on, boss, let's go.
You know, the weird thing about that clip, you could hear his earpiece, that you could hear a voice in the earpiece talking to him. I want to play that again. Tell me if you
do it again.
because this microphone is very close to this, and I bet they have the volume up loud so he could hear it. And I think it's coming out. When they say UAPs, his eyes dart to the right, or his right, or his left, or right. Check it out.
And he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you.
I don't know. I didn't go back far enough, but it seems like you could hear the.
It made him
voice.
nervous. It made him nervous enough to forget to take out his earpiece.
President Obama says that there
How does he know what question is coming? He says President Obama says, and he gives this shit-eating grin for no reason. He doesn't even know the question yet, but he does.
Yeah, he knows. He's just
'Cause
like
it's in
that
his
guy.
ear.
He's just like that guy. UFOs, ha ha ha. But guess what? Now, Biden, you've got something to deal with. You have
He
to
said
deal
a
with
lot
it
of
now.
stuff, over the last couple of years about Trump. Ha ha ha! It turned out to be true. So I don't want to get political, but that's that same kind of ha ha ha. He knows.
Yeah,
nothing.
you know, and
I don't like.
I
maybe
think
go ahead.
I think he knows.
Maybe he has to know this time around because something big is supposed to happen this week or
He
next.
was the vice president for 8 years. You
I
know,
know.
if they found out, he knows.
I don't like it.
I think he knows.
I like the talk. I like what's going on, but I don't like what's going on. What do you think? What do you think's going to happen next? Do you think that there will be another video? It's hard to predict, but we have the 180 days ending June 25th. So do you think we're going to have some sort of big drop of documents, video, something, some evidence?
Yes.
Do you?
I think there will be something, yes, I think the government will confirm something. Yes. Whether it be a tiny little footage or whatever. Yeah, there's something else coming. Is it going to be exciting? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it will. Personally, if there's an urgency to release this technology into our society right now, which I think there is, I think there's an urgency to get this alien reverse tech somehow in our society to help it sustain, right? If there's an urgency for that, they will be telling us that, and maybe they won't even tell us. I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, the aliens are here. They already said the UFOs are real. Like I think the general public's like, yeah, why not? Cool. You know, they're here. So I think just showing the craft, I mean, it's about to become processed in people's minds that aliens.
Don't you think? Yeah, but don't you think that's going to screw up a lot of things? Throw some, excuse me, COVID. Yeah, throw religion into chaos, make people question their faith. Don't you think that stuff might take place?
Doesn't question my faith.
I know, but there's other religions out there that may not buy into it and may just say, I can't believe I believed in this.
Well, they won't believe in it. They'll construct their own reality and that'll be fine for them.
Why can't God have created aliens?
I think that's how most fundamentalist Christians accept the idea. Because if you talk to Christian abductees, some of which I've had the pleasure of asking a couple of questions about their experience and how they fit that into their own belief system, say the exact same thing you did. God created the aliens and God is mysterious.
The Catholic Church has said that they believe in UFOs, I think.
Which is why I go to Catholic Church.
Yeah, they have the world's, I believe, the world's largest telescope, too.
I feel most comfortable in a Catholic church.
I know. I mean, even though I'm
Personally,
on the fence about
I
it,
don't know.
but yeah, I mean, that's where I feel comfortable, too. But, you know, if aliens came, I don't know, maybe it has to do with critical thinking. Maybe it's because the generation after generation, this is just becoming norm. I think that might be why things are getting easier. And that's what has to happen. The old people have to die off, and the younger, it's the truth. That's the way things change. And then the younger generations take over and their ideology. And maybe that's what's happening. Maybe we're at the cusp of that change. Do you believe that might? Yeah.
Oh, I think it's here. I think 18-year-olds all believe when they were 8 years old, Ancient Aliens came out, and their mom and dad loved Ancient Aliens, and they watched it for 10 years, and dad was so crazy because he watched Ancient Aliens. And now the idea's been implanted. Like, I went to the UFO museum when I was 11. Like, it was, this is what it is, you know, like, this is something that people think happen. And you just kind of take fact by fact. And when you have enough facts, you look at it, you develop opinion, and you create a belief system off of it, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to play a video for you here too. This is something I want your opinion on, even though I think you already know it. But I'd like to get your idea on this. Not your idea, your thoughts. I found this a long time ago. This is old. It's not new. But do you think this might be legit is the question. Do you know what it is already?
No.
They're interviewing an alien?
Oh my God, you're freaking me out, man. No.
Yes.
This ain't real. This is bull. This is fake. Come on, dude. This is fake.
You think that's fake?
Yeah. 100% fake.
You don't think that's real?
Are you messing with me, man? You messing with me?
I'm impressed. All right, because
You're
some people believe that shit.
Skinny Bob's the one that I would
Skinny
have.
Bob. You know, Skinny Bob's might be real, but it really isn't. Sadly.
But you can still talk about it all day long if that's the amazing thing. That, like, come on. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know if I'd watched. I thought I just watched a trailer to a movie. Like, I don't.
That is an incredible interview with an alien that got snuck out of, I think, Roswell or something like that. I don't know. Area 51. It's old. That's why it looks. That's why it looks so
cool. It was really cool. I mean, I was like, I had to have, like, you were like, Amy, is it real? And I was like, is it? I don't know. I don't think so. No way. So they did a good job, but I don't think they got me there.
I'm sorry to hear you don't believe that. My goodness, that is so real. Look at this. Watch this one. You've never seen these before?
I don't think so. No.
Really? Oh, okay, good.
There's no death, and we all experience each other's lives, right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. This one's crazy.
Okay, so how was the universe created, and why is it so perfectly made for us?
It's so silly because that's what scientists say. They're just using some things from what some scientists say, hypothesize on other universes, multiple universes with all different types of, gravity and all sorts of weird
But I
things.
love all that stuff too.
I know,
I
it's
miss
fun.
the good old, like, you talk about the Wild West days of YouTube, when that was the thing. Like, once I had YouTube, it was like straight to the UFO videos. Like, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, Rich might ask me how I got into this. Right. And that's what it was. I was looking at the timeline of, like, when YouTube came out, and I thought 2010, that was the year. I jumped on. First thing I was like, where are the UFOs at? This is the first thing I found when I found YouTube. UFO. Who saw something? Straight up.
I did.
Yeah.
That was one of my first things I did when I got the internet. I had a thing called web TV where you could watch TV and have the internet on the flip side. You press a button and it flips from TV to internet.
Ooh.
And it was really slow. It was dial up. But man, I was looking up UFOs. And if you want to take a guess what the second thing was I looked up, I'd be happy to hear if you can guess it right. What was the second thing I looked up?
I have no idea.
Okay, good. We'll keep it there.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's all right.
Confused. Yeah, the UFOs, man. They're out there.
So what are you going to do on your show this week? Anything?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Undead Gaucho and I were talking about doing something. So
Undead Gaucho's a nice guy.
He really is. He's so cool.
Seems like a really cool person.
He is. So we're working on something. If not, I'm just going to go live and take StreamYard calls. It seems to be pretty fun so far.
But it is fun. Undead Gaucho is one of those shows that you're on, right?
We've never been on each other's shows, but we support each other a lot. We tweet each other. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure maybe.
Because he has a lot of that Twitter group on every single week.
Yeah, he's part of the Twitter
Why won't
group.
see, that's the whole thing. They never get anybody from the other side to come on their show.
No, I think you guys just need to go be like, can I be part of the party?
I don't reach out to people. That's the
Yeah. Oh, looky, you guys. You're like, we're left out. You guys aren't even like, all I did was harass them.
problem. I'll tell you why. Because when I went and made comments, they were very rude, and I wasn't rude to them. There's no reason to be rude to me. That's the whole thing. They always say I attack them. I don't. I just say, I don't believe that is a UFO. Here's why. Why don't you go back and go goof on somebody? Like, that is really original. I'm waiting for somebody to come up with something original. That's why I kept the name Goof On, because I want people to hate it. I want people to love it and hate it.
It's good. I think it's hysterical. Because it's hysterical. It's in like, your name, right? And
Hey,
you're your own UFO network. I think it's cool.
Yeah, we have a network.
And I think it's funny. And I think it's funny for a lot of different reasons.
That's
because
the intent, I think.
It's so funny. Goof On, my own UFO network. I think it's so cool. Actually, that was one of the enticing things about your channel. You were like Goof On, and I was like, what the hell's Goof On stand for? I was looking it up. I'm like, I know what UFON is, UFO network. And I was like, but what's Goof On? Like, what kind of goof? And then I figured out it was your last name, and I was like, bam, this guy knows what's up. He's straight up starting his own MUFON.
Yeah,
at least that's what it was translated in my head. But you have a website. Intent. You have a website. You have a lot of cool component. Yeah, but you're growing it in the way that it needs to be, and it's great.
I used to have a website called CN UFOs, just the letters CN. Like you're seeing UFOs, but everybody thought Center for UFO. What does it mean? I'm like, no, it's not CU. And I didn't know there was another website called CUFOs. Oh, you're just ripping off. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm new. I didn't know.
Jeez Louise.
But I kept it, and it was huge. And then I got a virus on my computer or the laptop, which is where I edited it from. That was the only place. And I lost the site. It was getting over 900,000 visits after 7 months.
Wow.
I know. Everybody was watching it.
Yeah,
we were growing.
Yeah, because I went on it a couple times.
You could.
And I was gonna
really way back when? In 2005 and 6?
I went on. No, maybe I don't know what website I was on.
Well, there was another one I had. It was Goof On Network.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got rid of it because I didn't want to keep up. People were asking for a website, so I put one up through Ning, and you can go in there, create your own page, invite as many people as you want, and it could be your hub under the umbrella of Goof On Network. But
I think it's cool.
But after 100 people joined up, it just died. It's like, why don't you people care? You wanted this. So I stopped paying $30 a month for it. It's like, why bother?
Yeah, totally.
It was expensive too for that. I thought it was way expensive, but it was fun for a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you've been through a lot, 17 years. How long have you been doing what you're doing though? 2 years?
So I was looking back at that as well. I always had like the desire to create an alien show. So I came up with the name AlienGirl111. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago.
Because somebody had Alien Girl, right?
No one had Alien Girl. I just think it's cool because I like how Secure Team has a number 10. Like, why did he do that? So I thought I'd put 111 at the end of Alien Girl so people be like, why did she do that? Why is there a 10 after Secure Team? I don't care. I don't know. I don't want it.
Because he had 9 other YouTube channels that didn't work out. It's true.
Well,
it's the truth.
So wait, so then I'm doing the videos, right? And then I kept those videos like secret. I did one on like Ada the skeleton. And then so whatever year that was. And then I was talking about Ada the skeleton. And then I've never shown that video. That's been private. It got like 100 views and I made it private. And then I just kind of kept the channel for when people were losing their minds talking to me in my real life. You guys are part of my real life too, but you're part of what I call my 5D friends.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I have my 3D friends, but you guys are my 5D friends.
What does that mean?
That means we're all connected on every level. We all know what's up. It's like semi-telepathic. Anyway, moving on.
You're just doing a couple of shows a week then.
I do 1 show a week and I work on the best quality I can. And I try to evolve it so it evolves every week. Trying to every week do one more thing that makes it a little bit different. So
let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Oh my gosh.
I know. We have to.
Why is this so crazy?
Okay. See what I mean? Look at this. You get little hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Shawnee.
I give them hearts. Here. Yeah, Shawnee's my buddy, man.
That's cool.
If it can get,
that's different.
And it doesn't get crazy.
Yeah.
Are you using you're using StreamYard?
Oh yeah, I got the full package now. I got it last week. It looks awesome.
Did you? Is this it? This is StreamYard.
No, this isn't the full package though.
No, because you got this up here, yeah.
But yeah, no, I use StreamYard all the time. So I just bought the full package. I think it's a fantastic product.
Oh, you got John Cardy. Okay, let's take a listen.
Yeah, Regan, he's my buddy.
Come and have
he's awesome.
This amazing
that's you.
Interview and discussion about your experience. Do you want to tell everybody your channel and where you like to hang out?
Absolutely. My channel is you can find me at Thomas Fessler. Just search on YouTube.
What's this guy's story?
Thomas Fessler is my buddy. He's cool as hell. He's an abductee. He's an abductee. Yes. He had his first experience when he was 5 years old. Just a lot of interesting conversations about it. I love how open he is when he talks about it. Yeah. And if anything, we're talking about the word 5D. Like there's a lot of experiencers that we need to incorporate that word 5D into it. Like, anyway. Just a thought.
5D, yeah, just like we're trying to get everybody saying meta propulsion craft.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it.
It's not easy. But people do say meta materials. Why not?
But the first video, there's a progression. Go to the bottom. This will be fun real quick.
Okay.
If you've got the time.
I've got the time.
Where's the first video? So the first video, I saw something in the sky, dude. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And this was my CE5 experience. And I said to the aliens that I would start a YouTube channel if they let me take a picture of their craft.
No way.
And then they took it. And I was like, seriously, you guys, let me take a photo.
Where is it? Here?
It's a bad photo. It's nothing that like
this
it's something that people, this is it. Yeah, there it is. It'll come up soon. I think, that's the one. There she is. There. Yeah, I know it's crappy, Rich, but it is what it is. It's what I got.
I didn't say anything.
This is what made me start the channel originally, because I felt like I had to uphold my end of the bargain. I was like, I got a picture of a UFO. It's not cool for me to not share it. It was CE5 Global Initiative Day via Stephen Greer. So I went out, and it was a Global Initiative Day as well. So that's my camera, and it was a really good camera. So you could see the close up of how good that camera is. So you can understand from the perspective how high that object was that I took a picture of, because this is a really good camera that I took a picture with, which is so
this plane's looks like it's only about a couple thousand feet up, right?
No, it was way up there in the sky.
Really?
I'm not kidding you. It's a good camera.
What kind?
That's why I was like, let me take a picture of it. You know, like that's why I'm taking so many.
Well, that's interesting. So you had this experience, and this showed up.
Yeah.
How did you, exactly what you said? If you come here, I will start a YouTube channel. How did you talk to them?
Oh, this is great. The aliens told me to start a YouTube channel. That's where we're going. Let's do it.
Hey man.
No, I'm just super
got a
into
story.
it. I'm like, hey, let's go do some CE5. I try to do it all the time, you know, find my inner peace, look up at the sky, say like I'm ready for contact, you know, give that good vibe, right? Like that's what they're looking for. They're not going to come to us if we're angry. We all know that. We've got to be super peaceful. So anyway, so I'm there and I'm like, and then they showed up, and then I was like, oh, I can't get a photo of you guys. And we were having this conversation. I didn't just say that live, but I did. I was having like an internal dialogue, right? Like I'm not going to say a conversation. I'm not saying I was just having a narrative, right?
I do it. I've done it. Okay. Yeah.
So I was having a personal narrative, however you want to see it, and looking up at this thing. And just saying thank you. Thanks for being here. I just want to take a photo. If you let me take a photo, like just stick around. Like I got to go get my camera. Like, where'd you go? Like, okay, there it is. I'm going to take this photo. Please let me take a photo. And I'll share it. I guess that was it. That was all the conversation.
Wait, you actually went back, got your camera, and came back, and it was still there?
But I do get the feeling it was a maternal extraterrestrial, like a female figured or extraterrestrial.
That's what you felt?
That was the energy I was like feeling with this.
Might have been.
And it felt like a connection, you know?
That's how it works.
And then I was like, dang it. And always kept coming back in my mind. Amy, you said you put it on the internet. Like, you know, it's kind of one of those things in life. You just show up, right? Like if you told the aliens you get to put the picture on the internet, might as well. So I put it up.
They want you to.
Yeah. And so I put that up, and
we're bringing disclosure, the public.
They are. Yes, this is where it's happening.
So what you've done is very brave, and who cares what anybody thinks? It's your experience. All of us have our own experiences, and not everybody's going to agree with what everybody says experience they had. Are you a Ryan Bledsoe or Christopher Bledsoe believer?
Who is that guy again?
Oh, I thought you were. For some reason, I thought
I follow him. I follow a lot of people.
Okay.
Just give me a brief, because then I'll know.
He's the guy who's like, you know, my son Ryan and we were out one day, and the alien came up to me, killed his dog, or something like that. Something happened. Well, maybe I'm mixing up stories. But he's the guy who continually thinks he's seeing aliens and talking to them. And Bob McGuire spent 5 days at his house and said that things he saw he couldn't explain himself, so he believes Christopher Bledsoe is having visitation. Me, I don't. I think it's all bullshit because the evidence doesn't support it. But
I don't know. Maybe I've never seen any of his stuff, so I can't say whether or not. I feel like I see a lot of people talking about. I don't know.
His son Ryan is always posting stuff every day, so he's
I know I follow the guy. Let me just check his Twitter out.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Just check this out.
While you're doing that,
I know I follow the guy.
I am going to grab a video.
My Twitter's blowing up.
Is it?
I don't know if they're loving to love or loving to hate, but I love you guys. I love you guys.
They love.
They do. Okay, so Bledsoe. How do I spell this?
Yeah, BLEDSOE. BLEDSOE.
Oh, Ryan. I do not follow this dude.
I could have sworn. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
No, sometimes they make you like look at other people's stuff and you like it. You know what I mean? And you're not following them. So maybe, I mean, it's more than likely. Like he probably has hashtag UFO Twitter somewhere.
I
everywhere.
like UFO Garage.
Yes.
I'm gonna subscribe right now.
Yes.
To show support.
Super awesome, positive, cool energy.
Yeah, they're cool
and like
guys.
you were saying, like it's gonna come from the public. It's gonna come from the public. It's people who are gonna go to shows and just have a nice little conversation and be willing to share their experience with people who are not going to judge them. That is the next step of disclosure, the support and love to let people share their experiences. It's been so sad for me to meet so many wonderful people who, you know, they've had experiences and people just tell them they're crazy. I can't even imagine.
Is that your only sighting that you have evidence of?
Yes.
Okay. But you've had others?
I did. And this is when it got crazy.
What's the craziest then?
And it was March 13th, 2013.
Oh, wow. Interesting day.
Because it's the anniversary of the Phoenix Lights as well.
Yeah. So what happened?
I'm cruising, I'm walking my dog, and I see a giant I mean, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, cruising, walking your dog.
I was cruising. I don't know, like I just hanging out.
Yeah, no, cool. I get it.
It's good to know the context, though. Like I wasn't scared.
Yeah,
I wasn't crying and upset. I wasn't, you know, like there wasn't. No, yeah. I was chill.
Enjoying life. Yeah.
I wasn't like, where's the alien? Nothing like that. And then I saw this triangular craft. It was like 6 stories, and it zipped across the horizon in the sky in about 2 or 3 seconds. It was everything. And I saw what I saw. And then the next day I went and told everybody. Not one person believed me. Like people who know I've been into this topic. And it was heartbreaking. Like the people you love and you care about the most don't believe you.
Are your folks still around?
No, my parents. But they like we were talking about, they believe, but they didn't believe me.
Why?
They believe in aliens, but they didn't believe me. I don't know.
They've never seen anything.
But then they come around, you know, like this is the thing. They're all accepting it. And yeah. But yeah, and I saw it and I was just really disappointed. And then I just really got super into, I was already doing little UFO searches on YouTube at that point, and I lost my mind. So I just was searching insanely for something that looked like what I saw. So that's really where it came down to when I started like looking at the raw footage nonstop and how I got into watching like Secure Team and
what did yours look like again? Details?
Yeah, sure. It was a triangular craft with about 6 or 7 lights. Originally, I thought the craft was a V-shaped formation of birds because the lights were flaring with a fiery sort of look. And I said to myself, wow, birds, but it was 10 p.m. at night. And then it veered in front of me. And the next thing you know, it was just 4 tiny dots off in the horizon, disappeared within 3 seconds.
That's wild. Heard nothing?
I called the news station. I didn't hear anything. No, I didn't hear. There was nothing. And I called and.
You called?
Oh yeah, I called the news station. They just laughed at me.
Was it 3D looking, or did you just get to see a certain angle? And
I just saw the lights, and I could see that it was a V-shaped formation. So I got to see it from. Okay, so like, here I am. Okay. So like we're here, right? I'm thinking about it. I got to think about it. And then it was like, I'm walking my dog, and then it was like right in front of me. So I got it back, and then.
Oh, so it was real quick.
It is what it is.
But you only saw it for a few seconds.
Which is what I guess makes it what it is. I don't know.
Did you feel anything? Did you feel like there was a connection with you and the craft, that it was checking you out? What did you think?
No, I just knew what I saw because I look in the sky all the time. I'm always damn well looking for a UFO, and I found one night. Damn, bam, there it is.
So
it happened, and nobody. You can't talk about your experiences. This is why I try to stay to the facts.
But this is confusing. If your whole area where you live grew up knowing about this, why are they as accepting to your experience? That doesn't make sense, really.
Yes, thank you so much. So my friend who actually grew up in Roswell, like you were saying, everyone in Roswell doesn't believe in aliens. So it's this weird thing, like it's embedded into our culture. Like we love putting an alien on everything left and right. Mostly because of tourism, when you really think about it. You know, that's why a lot of aliens are around for it's a tourist trap. I think Roswell's cool, but you know, you've got to go if you like aliens. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's going with that. But it's just wild with everything that's going on.
I was talking about how it was embedded in the culture and they're not.
Yes. And how could they not know? So Denise, who's my friend, she came on the show and she actually worked in the research room at the International Roswell UFO Museum. And she was talking all about Roswell. Roswell's a rural city. It's a closed off city. This isn't like urban people talking about ideas running around with, no, it's ranchers. She grew up on a ranch. She talks about it on my show. Everybody's a rancher there. Everybody's very religious, very conservative area. Mm-hmm. And so it's just not talked about. It's a funny little thing. Ha ha ha. It brings in $1. The UFO Roswell Festival brings in twice the population of the city.
Wow.
So there's it's insane how much money they make off of the Roswell Museum. The Roswell, it's tourism, there's money in it. There's money in it. Yeah.
So I can see that. All right. That makes sense, actually. That's a good answer. Yeah, it makes sense. We're coming up on the end.
Oh, okay.
It's the end. Does anybody have any questions you want to ask Amy? We'll do that. We've got a few minutes left. Okay. If anybody has any questions, just put it in bold type so I can see it. And I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Good crowd. Yay! Yeah, it went by so fast.
It did. There was so much to talk about. I know. I could go on forever and ever and ever.
Well, then you'll have to come on. Like soon. Like, no, I'm not talking 3 months. I'm talking like after the 180 days.
Hell yeah.
I want to talk about that with you.
I got a pretty free schedule in June for that kind of stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's at the end of June, so I'm excited to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm free.
Let's see. What?
Okay. I'm ready to talk about it.
This is a good question. I'm glad John Sports Cards. What does Amy think about Tyler's story?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just had deja vu.
God bless him.
Yeah, what about it?
I don't know. I don't think we could believe everything that we read on the internet, you guys.
That's Secure Team 10 we're talking about?
Yeah, I don't think we can know everything. And I think we've got to judge him based on his content, if that's what you're here for. No, so I think he's got really good content. I like the stuff he came out with yesterday. What I think about his story is when he was originally when he fell off the bike, I was just crazy. I thought it was totally MIB. I thought when he fell off the bike like a couple years ago, I thought the MIB throwing some salt, really tried to, but it just seems like he's had a rough road, honestly.
But he put it out there for everybody, If he didn't do that, we wouldn't know. What kind of camera do you have? I did ask that before and we didn't get to it. Bob Sacamano wants to know.
It's an older one. It's an older one. So I'll have to go and figure it out and tell you later because I don't know specifically what the model. I think it's a Nikon, I don't know.
Is it a Nikon P something 100?
I'll have to let you know. I got to go pull it out and look at it. All right. But it's a good one.
Felicia says, Alien Girl, I love you.
I love you, Felicia. I always try to give her flower emojis and bouquet emojis.
Felix wants to know, Mr. Cordova is asking, his experience made him very emotional. Did it for you?
Yeah, it was transformative.
Did you feel like you wanted to cry about it? Or I'm asking
I feel an expansion in my heart chakra. I feel like I have an entity who's on my side. Ever since that experience, I feel like Yeah, I feel like there's some very big spiritual awakening that happened through it, and I feel more connected to the universe, and it fills my heart with joy when I think about the experience with the photo that we took. I had nothing but an amazing sort of connection that, whether it was real or not, it transformed me. So yeah, I'd like to say I did get a little emotional.
That's awesome. I never got emotional from anything alien, but I did get emotional hearing an EVP or two. Electronic voice phenomena during a ghost hunt. That was pretty wild. I was driving home when I don't know if you saw this show last year when I did the ghost hunt at my sister's house because her husband passed away in the house and people were seeing the ghost of him.
Mm.
They were remodeling the house because it caught on fire, which was probably started by him. It's a long story. So yeah, I didn't get him, right? I had a feeling, but I got his daughter who died when she was 13, 25 years prior to his passing. And it was, I was listening to it on the way home and all of a sudden I hear, yes, yes. I hear her voice.
I do remember that.
That was pretty trippy. Yeah. But other than that, it was a fail for him that night. But thank you so much for coming on. Can you tell everybody, just because it's your voice giving out your information, where can we find you and when?
Yeah, guys, you can find me on AlienGirl111. Go over there, subscribe, hit that bell, and make sure you say that you get all the notifications so that you can see when I go live with all of my fun streams where I take live stream calls. I talk to you guys, and we talk about everything UFO, wild, and aliens and abductions. Come on over. There it is.
Yeah, there you are. I really like what you did with the place.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's very girly. It's very cute.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's memorable. I like the pink. Pink's one of my favorite colors. I don't care if anybody hates it. I love pink.
A great pink. Yeah, pink's a fantastic color.
I
love the color pink as well.
See, very good. You're doing this very well. I'm very impressed. And a lot of people in the chat room really enjoy you. I think you're getting there to be one of those voices people aren't going to forget. So glad to have you here. And I want you back sooner. And,
I appreciate that. I love you guys. I love all you guys in the chat. I love all you guys who talk about it. I love you guys so much. I'm getting teary-eyed. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, thank you. It was really fun. I can't believe it's over, but we'll do it again. That make everybody want you more. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, I want you guys to. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the next live chat.
Good.
I'll be there.
All right. Till tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Amy. That was fun. It went by really quick, just like it did last night with Manny. Manny, look, I had Manny and Amy. It's very similar. Very similar. No? I don't know. Area 503, Alien Girl. We've got more guests coming up. I'm going to be doing a little more of this. So I enjoy the conversation. I think, we have to have more of the public come here, more of people who are connected. The 5 dimension, the 5D, I think Amy was talking about, we're all connected. I feel that with a lot of you. It's amazing. Oh, by the way, before I forget, because I almost did, tonight we're starting the after show Discord party after show for about an hour. I am going to drop the link in the chat room. And I'm going to set this link to expire in 7 days. But here's the link to Discord for the after show party. If you guys want to join up, we will be there. I'll be there in about 5 minutes after. I'm going to get a drink, vape a little. But there's the link in 3, 2, go. And that is it. Thanks to AlienGirl111. Thank you all, moderators and super chatters, for your support and your time. And you guys are the best. Seriously, this is the best chat room. This is the best time I've ever had on the channel. So thank you all. And veterans and newcomers, thank you for giving me 5 minutes of your time. And Amy tonight, of course, because that's all we need. We just need a chance to let you see what we're about. It's not as bad as you may have heard or think it is. We do take the subject seriously. So with that being said, we'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And I have a video coming up for Third Phase UFO Report in about 3 hours. So if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. For Ufology, good night, everybody.
Terrified of dear Uncle Gustav. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. But how? Frida, I beg you, think about what you're doing. Everyone says he's a wicked man. What about him? Who wants to be good if being good is singing hymns and praying all day long? He's doing what's best for us, I'm sure. It might be best for you. It's not for me. I'm going, and you might as well stop arguing about it. I warn you, if you dare tell on me, Frida, you know I wouldn't do that. I'm just telling you, you know what will happen if you do. Stop it, you're hurting me, not half as much as I will